Welcome back to the Hibiscus Ohana kitchen. And see what we're making. See if you can guess. As we in Hawaii say, what you think? The first ingredient we have is super firm tofu or extra firm tofu. Even though it's firm, I wanted it to have more water out of it, so I put it in my tofu press. Here. This is going to be a very simple recipe. It's going to be a vegetarian recipe for those just trying to cut back on the calories, the fat, the meat. And we quite enjoy it. Press out that water, and then while we're doing all the other things, we're going to just let this drain. San Marzano style whole tomatoes. We're gonna make our own sauce because you can buy prepared sauce for this, but I prefer to make our own sauce because it is significantly less salt. We dump our San Marzano tomatoes in there, and we're gonna add about a quarter can of water to it. Into that, we're gonna add some olive oil. About 2 tablespoons of olive oil to get the olive flavor in there. We're gonna add some onion powder. Maybe about a tablespoon of onion powder. A tablespoon of garlic powder. Some Italian style seasoning, depending on how you like your herbs, maybe a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons if you want more. Gonna put some black pepper in there. Maybe about a teaspoon. Maybe half a teaspoon. You don't want too much black pepper. And then we're gonna save the salt and add that later. A tablespoon of nutritional yeast for that cheese-like flavor and the added vitamins in this. All right, and then we're just gonna take this to the stove, heat it until it boils for about 5 minutes. And then we're going to use our immersion blender to make it into a sauce. So as you can see, even though it was super firm tofu, you can see the amount of water that came out of it. And now it's been sitting for about 5 minutes. I'm gonna take it out, and I'm going to pat it dry with a paper towel, and then crumble it onto a baking pan, a baking sheet that's covered with parchment paper. It's gonna write on a paper towel, and we are patting it dry. Then I'm gonna take it and go right here to my pan and crumble it onto the baking sheet, onto the parchment paper on top of the baking sheet, so it doesn't stick. Keep crumbling until you get it to the size that you want. It's not too small because you want to have texture. All right, now that it's all crumbled to the size that I want, I'm going to spread a little bit, just a little olive oil on it. I am going to also add a little of this Montreal steak seasoning to give it a more meaty flavor. And more of this nutritional yeast. Just gonna mix it around. It's about a tablespoon each of those, and maybe a half a tablespoon of olive oil. So get it incorporated and spread it out to your pan so it can cook and get a little more firm, draw out some of that moisture, brown it a little so that when you actually throw it into the sauce, it'll maintain its bounciness and texture. When you eat it, it doesn't feel like mush. Okay, got our air fryer preheated to its highest setting, 450 degrees on air fry. Now I'm just gonna put in our baking sheet of tofu and let it cook for 15 minutes. This was set to 15. We're boiling here on the stove for our noodles. You can season your water or not. Adding oil to the water really doesn't do anything because oil and water doesn't mix, doesn't stop your noodles from sticking. What does stop your noodles from sticking together is stirring it every so often while it cooks. And in the beginning, you'd want to stir it for about 2 minutes before walking away from it and letting it boil, and then come back maybe every 3 minutes to give it another quick stir so it doesn't keep sticking. Our tomatoes has been going for about maybe about 7-8 minutes. We're gonna go and get our immersion blender, and we are going to just blend it up. This can get messy, don't rush. When you do this, you want to keep it below medium heat. You want to keep it below medium heat so it doesn't burn the sauce either. All right, and we're just gonna let our sauce cook for the remainder on low so it keeps heated until our tofu is finished. All right, our tofu is done. We're gonna take it out, and then we're gonna put it in our sauce. Here's what it's like. Brown this to make it easy. Make sure it doesn't fall down. And I'm just gonna slide it directly into my sauce. I know it looks like it's clumped together, but as soon as you mix it, it's gonna come right apart and appear like meat clumps in there. Just add salt to your liking. Taste as you go, don't add too much. Just add a little at a time so you don't over salt your food. Our noodles are done, and I'm just gonna drain it out in our colander here in our sink. It's raised up on a cutting board, so put the noodles back in the pot and we're gonna plate. All right, here's our vegetarian tofu spaghetti. So, what you think?